Hi there, in this tutorial we will learn how to create a heart shape mock design in Adobe Photoshop. So let's take a look how you will create a heart shape mock design in Adobe Photoshop. So at first we have to create a new document. So here is the file menu and here is the new option. Here is the pop-up for creating our new document. We will place 8 inches for width and 9 inches for height. And we will place 300 pixel per inches as our resolution, and color mode will be RGB color. So let's click OK. Here is our document, and at first we have to open our exercise file. So therefore we have to click the file menu and then we will click this open option. Inside our exercise file you will get this mock design folder. You have to open this mock design folder, and in the mock design folder you will get this tree branch plant leaf image. Here is the image. You have to select the image and then you have to click open option. Okay, so here is our image, and we have to remove the white background from here, and therefore we have to use the quick selection tool, and we will get our quick selection tool on here inside the magic wand tool. You just have to right click on here and then you will get this quick selection tool. So here is our quick selection tool. Let me increase the brush size. Okay, so you have to select this white area. You can take a look, the white area got selected, and then you have to add a layer mask. But before add a layer mask you have to press Alt button on your keyboard. So let's press Alt button on your keyboard, and by pressing Alt button from our keyboard then we will add this layer mask. So let's click on this add a layer mask option, and you can take a look, all the white background is gone. And right now we have to convert this layer into smart object, and therefore you have to right click over layer O with your mouse right button, and then you will get this convert to smart object option. You can take a look, the layer is converted into smart object, and right now we will move these leaves on our mock design tab. So therefore we have to use the move tool. So here is the move tool, and you have to drag and drop these leaves on our mock design tab. Okay, so here is the leaves, and we have to scale it properly. So therefore we have to press Ctrl or Command T from our keyboard, and let's scale it properly. Okay, looks good. And here we have to rename the layer name. So you just have to double click on here and let's write a name, bottom leaf. Okay, so right now we have to open our exercise file once again, and we will add a heart shape in here. And let me close this tab. I want to close this tab and I don't want to save it. And let's open the exercise file once again from file menu, open option, and inside this mock design folder you will get a red heart shape image. Here is the red heart shape image. You have to select this image and you have to click open. So here is the heart shape, and we don't want to use this black background. We want to remove this black background, and therefore we have to use the magic wand tool. So where is the magic wand tool? You have to right click with your mouse over this quick selection tool, and then you will get this magic wand tool. So you have to click this magic wand tool and you have to click on the black background, and you can take a look, all the black area got selected, and then you just have to press delete button from your keyboard. So let's delete this, and you can take a look, all the black background is gone, and I want to deselect the selection, and therefore I have to press Ctrl or Command D from my keyboard, and you can take a look. It's now deselected and all the black background is removed. And right now we have to move this heart shape to our mock design, and therefore once again we have to use the move tool. So here is the move tool, and let's drag and drop this heart shape to our design. Okay, so here is the design, and let's scale it properly, and therefore we have to press Ctrl or Command T, and let's scale it properly on here. Okay, looks good. Okay, cool. So right now we will add an image in here, and we will place that image inside this heart shape. So therefore we have to open our exercise file. So here is the file menu, here is the open option, and we will use this Dan Unsplash image. Here is the image. You have to select this Dan Unsplash image, and then you have to click open. So here is our image, and we have to unlock this layer, and therefore you have to click this lock icon, and you can take a look. Now it's unlocked, and we will move this image to our mock design tab. So let me place in here, and the size of this image seems quite bigger than our mock design image size, and therefore we have to scale it. So let's scale it. We have to press Ctrl or Command T. Let's scale it. Okay, so here is the tick mark, and let's rename the layers. So here is the second layers, and here is the first layers, layer 1, layer 2, and let's rename this layer 2. You just have to double click on here, and let's write a name, BG image. That means background image. And let's rename this layer 1. I want to write heart shape, and we have to place this BG image layer under the heart shape layer. So let's drag and drop the layer on here. Okay, looks good. And you have to select this BG image layer, and then we have to scale it once again. Let's scale it properly. You have to press Ctrl or Command T, and let's scale this image properly. Okay, looks good. We will not use the clipping mask option in here because this heart shape is not fulfilled with the every part, and therefore we have to manually remove the extra part, and therefore we have to use the erase tool. So here is the eraser tools. You have to use this eraser tool, and let's delete the extra part. And before doing that, you have to make sure the BG image layer is selected. So let me increase the brush size, and let's delete the extra part, and we will not delete the images in which is inside the heart shape. So let's delete the images which is placed outside of heart shape. It can take a little bit more times. Okay, we will not use the eraser tool to remove this part over here. We will use Polygonal Lasso tool, but before that let's remove the rest of the part from here. Let's zoom in the image. So here is the view menu, here is the zoom in option. Okay, so right now we will use the polygonal lasso tool. So here is the polygonal lasso tool, and we have to select the area, and let me zoom in once again. You have to press Ctrl or Command plus sign on your keyboard, and we will use the selection from here. So let's select the area. Okay, you can take a look. This entire area got selected, and now you have to press delete button from your keyboard. So let's press the delete button, and you can take a look. This area is removed. So let's deselect the area, and therefore we have to press Ctrl or Command D. Okay, so let me zoom out the image. Okay, we can take a look. Our image placed inside the heart shape, but we want to add a drop shadow to make the border here and here perfectly. So therefore we have to use a drop shadow. So let's add a drop shadow on this heart shape, and therefore you have to select this heart shape layer. So you have to select this heart shape layer, and now we will add a drop shadow. So to add a drop shadow, we have to click this effects option, and from there you will get this drop shadow option. So you have to click this drop shadow option. So here is the pop-up for add our drop shadow. So make sure the blending mode will be normal, and let's add some distance. So let's add some distance. I think 30 pixel will be better. And let's increase the sprite percentage. Okay, and let's increase the size. Okay, and let's reduce the opacity level. So here is the opacity level. I don't want to use the 100% of opacity. I want to place 50% of opacity. Let's increase the spread a little bit more. Okay, looks good. And let me click OK. So here is the option, and let me click OK. So you can take a look. A drop shadow is added in here, and we have to convert this heart shape into a smart object. So therefore we have to right click on here, and then we will get this convert to smart object option. Okay, so our heart shape and image is added, and right now we will add some text on here, and therefore we have to use the type tool. So here is the type tool. So let's use this type tool. So we have to type some text, and we will use a Rockwell extra bold font. So let's write some text here. We will write morning shows the day. So let's write here. We have to increase the font size, and here is the option. We will go for 30 point. I think 30 point will be smaller, so we can increase till 48 point. Okay, now it looks good. So let's write morning shows the day. Okay, so here is the tick mark. You can click on this tick mark, or you can press Ctrl or Enter button from your keyboard. So let me click on this tick mark, and let's scale this text properly, and therefore we have to press Ctrl or Command T. Okay, looks good, and let me press Enter button. But we will not use this red color for our text color. We want to use some gradient in this text, so let's add some gradient, and therefore we have to right click on this text layer. Then you will get this blending options, and here is the tab for blending options. So you have to click this gradient overlay. So here is the option for gradient overlay. So here is the gradient overlay, but we will not use these presets. We have to find some more and better design. So let's do that. You just have to click on here and you will get the presets, but I think we have to use some green presets. So here is the green presets, and let's take a look of some presets, how it looks like. Here is the preview. Okay, looks really good. Okay, so let me click OK, and here is the OK option, and let's add a stroke on this text, and that will look much better. To add a stroke, you have to click this effects option, and from there you will get this stroke option. So here is the pop-up, and please make sure position will be outside, blending mode will be normal, and opacity will be 100%, and we will use this black color as our stroke color. So therefore we have to increase the size, and let's increase the size, and you can take a look. Stroke is applied on here. I think 35 pixel will be too much. Okay, 18 pixel seems good, and let me click OK. Okay, so let's convert this text layer into smart object, because many more effect is applied, and therefore we have to convert this text into smart object. So you have to right click on here. Here is the option for convert to smart object. Okay, you can take a look. This text layer converted into smart object. So this is our mug design, and let's take a look how it will look so when we will place it in a mug. So therefore we have to use a mockup file. So let's open the exercise file. We will have some mockup files inside our exercise file, but before that I want to close these tabs. I don't want to save it. Here is another. I don't want to save it. Okay, so let's open the exercise file. So here is the file menu, open option, and here is our mockup folder. You have to open the mockup folder, and inside the mockup folder you will get this blue mug PSD file. You have to select this blue mug PSD file, and you have to click open. So we will place our design in here, and therefore you have to expand the edition group folder. You have to click on here, and inside the edition group folder you will get this cup folder. So you have to expand this cup folder, and inside the design, here is the design, you have to open this folder and you will get this design here layer. So you just have to double click on this thumbnail. So here is the thumbnail, you just have to double click on here, and a new tab will be opened, and we have to place our design on here. And you can take a look, it's have a transparent background, so therefore we have to make our design background transparent. And let's do that, and let's move the design on here. So here is our design tab, and we have to turn off the background layer. So here is the background layer, let me turn off, and you can take a look, we have the transparent background. So we have to select every layers. I'm pressing Control or Command button from my keyboard, and I have selected every layers except this background layer. So you just have to turn on all the layers except background layers, and you have to select all the layers. And right now we have to use the move tool. So here is the move tool, and we have to drag and drop this design on there. So let's paste it over here. You just have to click OK. Okay, here is the design, and we have to scale it. So let's scale it properly. We have to press Ctrl or Command T. Okay, looks good. And here is a tick mark. And now you have to save. You have to save this tab, and therefore you can use Ctrl or Command S button from your keyboard, or you can click this file menu, and here is the save option. Don't use save as option, you have to click just save option. So here is the save option, let me click on here. Okay, file is saved, and we have to take a look on output. So here is the PSD file, and you can take a look, here is the output, here is the design, and we can modify the design. If you want to change the mock color, then you can turn off this your color layer. So here is the layers, let me turn off this layer, and right now it's in white color, and let me zoom in this image. Okay, looks really good. So this is how you will create a mock design in Adobe Photoshop. And if you want to get some output, then you can place your design inside a mockup file. So do some practice by watching this tutorial and start creating mock design. So see you in next lesson.